welcome to Paras and Notes of classes. So today's classes is about the second unit of business demography subject, which is mortality and fertility rate. So before I start the class, I just want to say one thing. If you are new on my channel, then please go and click on the bell icon and subscribe the channel first. And if you really like this video, then please don't forget to share this video with others so that it can reach up to the maximum number of people or maximum number of students. So let's come to the second unit, that is mortality and fertility rate. So first of all, we just cover the topics of the unit 2, which I am going to cover in our video. So this is the basically first part of unit 2. So in this video we just cover some main topics related to meaning of mortality rate. After that, what are the different types of mortality rate, and even after before getting the point related to different types of mortality rate, we just clear about the concept of mortality and what are the basic types of mortality. So let's start the second unit. Mortality and fertility rate. And now what are the points to be covered are meaning and types of mortality rate, meaning and types of fertility rate, factors affecting mortality rate, factors affecting fertility rate, and methods to calculate mortality and fertility rate. Now what is the basic meaning of mortality? All of you just first of all have an idea about the mortality. So what is the basic meaning of mortality? So it's just a very simple thing. Mortality is about what are the total number of deaths in a particular specified time period in a country. So when we talk about the number of deaths in a year, then it is called mortality. So mortality basically to the total number of deaths in a certain group of people in a certain period of time, or total number of deaths in a particular time period in a country. So this is a simple meaning about the mortality. Now what are the different types of mortality? When we have clear about the mortality concept, now the point comes that what are the different types of mortality. So mortality are basic, there are basic two types of mortality. One is absolute mortality. And now what is the meaning of that? So when the deaths occur due to some natural conditions, it is called absolute mortality. For example, death of a person after a certain age period, it's called absolute mortality. Second one is realized mortality. So when the deaths occur due to natural calamity or there is a sudden death occurrence in a country, then it is called realized mortality. For example, flood, famine, earthquake, any pandemic, etc. So if a death occurred due to some these types of important condition, then it is called realized mortality. And if a death occurred due to some natural condition, then it is called absolute mortality. Now after the types of mortality, we just cover the points related to mortality rate. Now what is the basic meaning of mortality rate? I am already clear about some basic concepts in class related to mortality rate. Now some of student wants to know about in mortality rate also. So please student, there is every time you have to make a clear concept in your mind that mortality is different and mortality rate is also different. So when we talk about the mortality, then you have to write down the meaning which I already explained you. And when we talk about the mortality rate, then you have to write down the basic meaning of mortality rate. That is, it is the ratio of the total number of deaths in a year to the average total population in particular year. So basically when we talk about the mortality rate, then it's just simple ratio of the total number of deaths in the particular year to the average total population in a particular year of a particular country. So every country has some specific mortality rate. which is counted every year. So India's current mortality rate is about 7.3% death rate per 1000 population. So per 1000 there is a data about there is a data of the mortality rate is 7.3. So in the formula we can write down like this: total number of deaths divided by average total population multiplied by 1000. 1000 is per 1000 person or population. So mortality rate is defined according to per 1000 persons or per 1000 population in a particular country. Suppose my mortality rate is coming only about 2.5, then 25, that means 25% death rate occurred according to per 1000 population. So per 1000 population there is only 25% death rate or mortality rate in a country. Now what are the basic types of mortality rate, or we can say that what are the different methods to calculate mortality rate? So first one is crude mortality rate. So when I provide you data about crude mortality rate, then that means it is the ratio of total number of deaths to total population recorded in year or particular time period. So crude mortality rate, basically it's a ratio of total number of deaths to total number of population recorded in a year or particular time period in a country. Now second thing, age specific mortality rate. So one thing you have to clear about crude mortality rate, that crude mortality rate is a summation, or it's a sum of all the deaths occurred related to particular age group, infant category, maternal, everything we have to add, and we have to divide it by average population or total population, multiply by 1000 or 100. Now second thing, age specific mortality rate. So the ratio of total number of deaths of particular age group to total population of particular age period is called age specific mortality rate. So here just have a clear concept that if the question asks about age specific mortality rate, then we have to take the data related to only age specific deaths and we have to divide it by total population of particular age group, multiply by 1000 or 100. Now third category is infant mortality rate. So the ratio of total number of deaths of particular age group or infant category or below 12 months age group to total number of population of particular age group or below 12 months age group. So here the infant category is only recognized when there is a data about below 12 months children. So if I have a data related to below 12 months children, then I have to just calculate about the infant mortality rate. So infant mortality rate, basically it's a ratio of total number of deaths of particular age group, that is infant category. We have to divide it by total number of population of particular age group of infant age group and multiply by 1000 or 100. Now fourth main types of category is maternal mortality rate. So the maternal mortality rate, it's basically a ratio of total number of deaths of women due to childbirth to total live births during a year, multiply by 1000. So maternal mortality, basically it's just if I say in simple words, then maternal mortality basically relate to how many women are died due to giving birth to a child in a particular time period. It's called maternal mortality. So maternal mortality rate, basically it's a ratio of total number of women death due to childbirth divided by total live births in a particular time period and multiply by 1000 or 100. Now we just take some numericals. With the help of that we can solve some mortality rate concept. So if we talk about the crude mortality rate, so crude mortality rate, as I already explained you, it's the total number of deaths of all age groups divided by total population recorded in a specified time period, and we have to multiply it by 1000 or 100. Now we take an example for solving the crude mortality rate. So data given are total number of deaths is given, that is 30,000. Total population in a particular time period, that is 15 lakh. So calculate crude mortality rate. So crude mortality rate according to the data is 30,000 divided by 15 lakh multiplied by 1000, and 20 deaths per 1000 people or population in a particular time period. It's crude mortality rate for a particular country. Now the second one, age specific mortality rate. First look at the formula. Total number of deaths of particular age group divided by total population or average population of particular age group multiply by 1000 or 100. Now the example is total number of deaths of 15 to 24 age group is 7500. 25 to 34 age group is 8000. 35 to 44 age group is 9500. Below 12 months is 5500. Maternal deaths are about 7500. Total population is about 5,50,000, and total population of 35 to 44 age group is 90,000. Total population of below 12 months is 45,000, and total live births due to childbirth is 65,000. Now we have to calculate crude mortality rate and 35 to 44 age group mortality rate and infant mortality rate. So the solution is, first of all, calculate the crude mortality rate. So here we have to calculate all deaths related to 25 to 34, 8,000 plus 9,500 plus 5,500 plus 7,500. It comes 23,000, and we have to divide it by total number of population, that is 5,50,000, and we have to multiply it by 1000, and what we get, 41.82 deaths per 1000. So here is a death count of crude mortality rate is 41.82 deaths per 1000. Now second question, that is age specific mortality for the age group of 35 to 44. Here the data of death rate is 9,500, and we have to divide it by total number or average population of particular age group, that is 90,000, and multiply it by 1000, and what we get, 105.56 deaths per 1000 population. So 105.56 deaths per 1000 is age specific mortality rate of 35 to 44 age group. Now the third one, that is infant mortality rate. So the data is already here, 5,500, that is death count of infant mortality, divided by total number of population or average population of particular below 12 months age group, that is 45,000, and multiply it by 1000. What we get, 122.22 per 1000. So it is the infant mortality rate. Now maternal mortality rate, as we already discussed about the formula. So according to the formula, we have to write down the data first, that is death rate, total number of deaths of maternal due to childbirth are 7,500, divided it by average live births or total live births in a particular time period, that is 65,000, and we have to multiply it by 1000, and what we get after solving this, 115.38 per 1000 live births. So it is the maternal mortality rate. So I really wish that everyone of you just get a clear idea about the numericals of mortality rate. If the question comes in an exam and that you have to solve the question related to crude mortality rate, infant mortality rate, maternal mortality rate, and age specific mortality rate, then by seeing this video you can solve all these types of questions in a very effective way. So please just practice the questions and also write down each questions in your notebook. Whatever I am just providing here, please write down in the notebook and make your own notes as soon as possible, so that we can cover more topics in our upcoming videos. So thanks for viewing this video, and please subscribe and click on the bell icon for getting alerts of upcoming videos related to unit 2.